Hey everyone! Welcome to Semiconductor Savvy in 3 minutes. Today we're talking about the SOX Index, also known as the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index. But here's the thing, NVIDIA is in California, AMD is in California, TSMC is in Taiwan. So where exactly does Philadelphia come in? The SOX Index is a stock index that tracks the world's major semiconductor companies. It includes well-known names like NVIDIA, AMD, Broadcom, and Intel, companies that power everything from your smartphone to data centers. Think of it as a thermometer for the overall health of the semiconductor industry. For example, if you only look at NVIDIA's stock price, you might just be seeing NVIDIA doing well. But with the SOX Index, you can tell whether the entire semiconductor industry is strong, or whether it's really just one or two companies carrying everything. That's why it's watched not just by investors, but also by semiconductor company employees and analysts around the world. In fact, the term SOX Index comes up frequently in earnings calls, analyst reports, and industry news coverage. Now, here's an interesting question about this index. Its official name is the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index. So why Philadelphia? None of the big semiconductor companies are based there. So what's the connection? Philadelphia is a city on the east coast of the United States. A long time ago, there was a stock exchange there called the Philadelphia Stock Exchange. Back in 1993, that exchange created a semiconductor stock index, and that became what we now call the SOX Index. In other words, it's absolutely not because semiconductor companies are concentrated in Philadelphia. The name simply stuck from the exchange that originally created the index. It's a historical remnant, nothing more. Today, that exchange has been absorbed into the NASDAQ group and no longer exists as an independent entity. But the name of the index, Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, has lived on to this day. Now for today's savvy point. The X in SOX is where the vanished exchange still lives. The X stands for exchange, as in the Philadelphia Stock Exchange, the exchange that created this index back in 1993. Today, that exchange is gone. The companies in the index are based in California, Taiwan, and beyond. The only trace of Philadelphia that remains is this single letter, X. By the way, the S in SOX stands for semiconductor. Not exactly exciting. But what about the O? Believe it or not, it doesn't stand for anything at all. Apparently, SOX was simply chosen because it sounded catchy and was easy to remember as a 3-letter name rooted in semiconductor. Honestly, that might be the real savvy point here. That's all for today's Semiconductor Savvy in 3 minutes. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one!